way.
Internet.
Every which way but
Hello.
loose.
Is this 80 or 81?
80, yeah. 80. Big number 80.
We're on our way to 100.
Speaking of big number 80, it looks like we are live. Hello, Internet. We're here. We did it.
Hey, what's up, everyone? 1 year, another year wasted. You're never going to get your time back.
It's been a good year in some ways,
Yeah.
not in others, as we discussed earlier this week.
Yeah. We've had fun. And yeah, looks like we're good.
Yeah. Hey, so Internet, this is the day of reckoning. We basically talk all kinds of crap all year, make predictions. So what we have done earlier, I don't know when we did it, but
last year
we
December.
would write down
been a
our
year.
predictions.
I'm afraid.
Little tiny pieces of paper. They're smaller because
Yeah.
We learned our lesson.
we realized, damn, we were wrong a lot. So we made them smaller this year.
Last year was the first year we actually ate paper, and then we immediately did our predictions after eating the paper, and we're all like, "Ooh, we should use smaller paper."
Smaller.
Yeah, so smaller, and then damn, I'm actually, it's interesting to go through this deck because there's just a lot in here.
There is a
man.
lot in there. Yeah. Also, we have a prediction that Hayden had made 2 years ago.
Yeah, you
we
need
still
to
have
make
that
him
on.
eat that.
No.
Oh, he's
'cause-
still right, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still right.
Never
So
gonna
Star
happen.
Citizen, he wrote down Star Citizen wouldn't come out in 2017, right? And it is still not out. So
He's forever right.
He's
because
forever
he
right.
specifically said 2017.
yeah.
God, what happens? Are those people going to get their money back?
Well,
No, they're still raising money. They just broke some new milestones.
I swear to God, it sounds like it's like they're selling timeshare or some like land or something. And like they bring you out to some land in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here. Why would I want to build a house here? This one day there will be a burgeoning city the size of Manhattan. With here you can get on the ground floor, but there's nothing here. Well, look, I'm going to sell you this starship. It will have a special painting.
It cost $25.
$25. This ship will be the most powerful in this part of the galactic rim. But I don't think this game is ever going to come out.
don't worry about it. Sell it. All right, we got people here. We got E. Lopez, we got Wings Cancer, we got Vignesh, we got W Kuma over on Twitch. We got all the usuals.
Are we also making
Thanks,
additional
everyone, for,
predictions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
this one.
the first part is reviewing our predictions. Second part is making new predictions.
Should we?
And regretting
Should you
everything
write
we
it
said
now?
last year.
I mean, Elena should. Well, or we can type it and then put it on a small piece of paper.
Well, we write it as we make it. We can do that.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. I plan to write small.
And Vignesh is ready for everyone to eat paper.
Yeah, and I have for some reason I have sniffles. Brad is feeling a little under, but
Oh,
hey,
great.
we're gonna
Don't
make
get me
it.
sick before my
No,
vacation.
I'm not sick. I don't know what it is.
Also, E. Lopez is asking, does Gordon have a Subway sandwich?
Not this
No,
year.
not this
He
year.
opted for,
I brought two. Actually, this is
Chinese
20.
food?
This is $20 worth of food in San Francisco. I got some eggs. I got some sausage here, and this one, which I was hungry. I actually started to eat it, and then I basically have almost the same thing in here. I'm gonna keep the lid on to keep it warm.
That's not
I
I
the
got
same
these fish
thing.
nuggets. They used to call them basil fish, but now they
Fish
call them
nuggets?
fish nuggets. So now that sounds better.
I mean, there's like tofu and scrambled eggs and
Oh, and
string
I've just
beans
soaked it in soy sauce and hot sauce,
and
Tabasco, to make it more edible.
mushrooms. I don't think that's at all similar to this, which is just sausages.
Well, that's
Scrambled
because
eggs.
I ate the top of it already because I'm hungry.
I have random pickings from around the office.
You gonna just wrap a Kit Kat bar in something? Is that the-
No, the Kit Kat is my chaser if I need it. So are these mandarin oranges, which is actually, this one's moldy, so that's a no.
Ooh, keep that away from me.
This is a day old.
Oh my
donut.
God! You're gonna eat that?
I don't know.
Oh, I should have. Oh man, I grabbed the honey from last year because the honey was.
You don't even like
It's-
honey, from what I
hey,
remember.
no,
from
no,
last
it was
year.
the marmalade that I was
Oh,
like,
it's the
oh hell no!
You didn't know that it was going to be bitter.
I didn't know it was gonna be bitter.
Man, look at the stack.
Wow.
Though. Look at the stack.
Yeah,
This
we got
is
a stack.
crazy.
I'm
All right,
afraid.
let's get it going. We got everyone here.
I'm going to start with the top one.
Yeah,
No, we have to kick this off first.
Oh, that's
though,
right. That's right.
Yeah, we actually got to start the episode.
I'm just so ready to get it over with.
yeah, right. All right, I think we are ready, Gordon. So go
What are
for
we?
it.
I'm trying to think of what the hell we're gonna say.
In this episode,
it's-
we eat paper.
we eat paper and our
We
And
eat
make
our
new paper.
words.
Eat our words. Yeah.
yeah. We eat our that, but it wasn't our. But we're also making predictions.
Yes.
Yeah. We eat our words and make some new words.
All right, ready?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not ready yet. That's coffee.
You warm me up.
Somebody's saying to put that donut in a toaster to warm it up. Huh. Never
I
tried
don't
that.
know if it's.
Well, I don't know what that white stuff on that's on. All right, here we go. All right. Damn, I can't breathe. In this episode of The Full Nerd, damn it. All right, here we go. In this episode of The Full Nerd, we eat our words. And we're going to tell you what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it.
Yeah, sure. This is the last one.
This isn't mold. It's sugar.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to The Full Nerd, episode 80. I'm your host, Gordon Mong, with co-host Brad Charkis.
Hello, Internet.
And, of course, Elena Yee to my left.
I'm afraid, everybody.
And Adam Patrick Murray is controlling the vertical and horizontal.
And for those of you who are not watching us on the video live, I have a book here. I have a very special book called The Full Nerd. And, you know, keep watching, keep listening for maybe your chance to win it. We'll see. So, just a little tease, little upcoming tease.
It's a picture book.
Yeah, it's a picture book.
Is it a picture book?
Yeah.
Are you gonna show some pictures of it? No.
Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, I can do that now. This is it's got some of our favorite full nerd memories. I feel like my wife's a preschool teacher, so I feel like she's reading to the class. We got Brad. We got unboxing a Threadripper. Oh no,
That was
just
a
second
classic.
generation.
That was a
Yeah,
classic.
good one.
I think that was
Yeah.
the true way to show that.
Yeah.
Just show it if you did it wrong,
Yeah.
rather than redo everything.
Anyway, keep watching.
And
That's
actually,
exciting.
We were right. That is a perfect segue to what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Because I was right, actually, in the end.
You were right. Are you sure?
About-
Well, because everybody was angry. If you could rewind it, everybody was like, "No, you go in a star circular pattern." AMD's actual advice is not to do the star circular pattern. There were a lot of things that
I
we
remember
actually,
those comments.
their
Oh,
own
yeah.
video, in fact, advised you to do it that way, which didn't actually work that way. So it was so new, even they weren't exactly sure how to do it. So, but
Nice. Well, let's go over what
I'll tell
we
you
wrote
what was
last
right.
year, right?
So if you don't know, folks, we did this last year. We basically made predictions for what we thought was going to happen this year. And then we wrote it down on a piece of paper. It's a lot smaller this year because we were really wrong the previous year. And we're going to eat it. We have various ways to
If
eat
we're
it.
wrong,
delivery
we're gonna eat
systems. If we're wrong,
wrong.
we're going to eat
Yeah.
it. If we're right. And then at the end of the show, we're going to make some predictions. But I think this is a good example of just how wrong we were. This one must have been me. I think that's me. It says Windows ARM no. There will not be Windows on ARM.
Windows ARM. No.
I think that must have been towards the end of the show when I got tired of writing.
No, that's me because it's
Spoiler,
it's illegible.
spoiler alert. Windows ARM, yes.
Windows ARM,
Yeah,
yes.
Windows ARM. Yes.
I'm not going to write on this whole thing, but I was wrong. I can't believe this. This is insane.
Man, the first one. Well, so really, last year there wasn't Windows on ARM.
I'm guessing when we made this prediction, probably in December.
Yeah, we
yeah,
did.
it was last December.
So
Wow, okay.
I guess, I mean,
So the whole Windows 10s thing happened this year, and
well, 10s was already out at that point, but there were all those rumors of
a
Qualcomm,
full.
and it must have been before December because in December of last year,
Mhm.
then they show it off. I don't know. Or actually, come to think of it,
I just know it says Windows ARM no.
I says Windows ARM no, so it must be me. I was saying I don't think it makes sense, and after having tried Windows on ARM,
and you're right. It still doesn't make sense.
It still doesn't make sense.
But
I
it
don't-
exists.
I don't believe it. I'm gonna cut this up and put it with my breakfast. I think.
See, I'm different from y'all. Y'all showed up with all this food and whatnot. I just have a nice, delicious can of Diet Pepsi because I hope not to eat many words.
Yeah, that is a vote of confidence in your own favor. I
kinda wanted a
appreciate
shredder.
that confidence.
So for the audio listeners,
yeah.
real quick, Gordon is cutting up the paper and putting it into his breakfast.
Yes.
Why don't you tell the fine folks who didn't turn in for the pre-show what you're having for breakfast?
For
Gordon?
breakfast, I'm having there's sausage, there's egg, there's two kinds of sausage,
Yes.
and then there's an unhealthy amount of Tabasco sauce and soy sauce.
And so you will see a little bit of our personalities and how we consume this paper. Gordon likes to just eat it dry. Like he uses it like pepper, I guess. He just sprinkles it
Like
right
a
on top of his
condiment.
food.
Yeah, like a condiment.
I prefer to dunk mine and soak mine to get a little softer to help my stomach a little.
And I guess my style has been to put some honey on it
Yeah.
and wrap it up like a little tortilla.
Yeah,
I guess.
use
Or,
mine like a sushi wrapper, basically.
Yeah, there you go.
Like some-
I just eat mine.
Yeah.
yeah, Brad is just straight hardcore here.
Okay, one of the mistakes we made is I can't read my handwriting.
All right, let me try this. Win something at CES NVIDIA. I don't know what this is.
That's Gordon. That was Gordon saying that the GTX 1080 Ti or whatever is going to launch at. No, was that last year?
No, there's a different one. My God, there's just so many damn wrong things here.
don't get ahead. Let's figure this one out first. I should have went back and listened to the last episode so I could have
Something
clarity.
Yeah, Brad did that for
Whoops.
us last year, like a champion, and all of us this year were too busy.
Whoops.
at CES NVIDIA.
Wait, it says AM on the back, so that's Adam's prediction.
Oh, ha!
Okay.
Suck it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Man, I don't remember what the prediction was though. Was it?
The 2080. We were all arguing when the new 2080s are going to launch. You
Whatever
guys, in the
it was.
early of the year, you guys were saying CES.
And I can tell you,
And I said it will not be CES. I believe that's one of those in there.
Oh.
no, Brad, I was even more wrong. I said Volta will launch at CES.
Oh, you better cut that one up. Wait, so mine says that it will be at CES.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, it doesn't say anything to the negative. Also,
right,
you have
all right.
another one here that says Shield TV 3
That's you?
CES.
Man, Adam is just throwing stuff out there.
Hey,
nobody remember
I like
anything.
my Shield TV.
Okay, how am I supposed to get these to you?
I'll come over, but before that, why don't we give a special birthday shout out to Crazy Carl?
Oh,
on,
hey,
on
happy
Twitch.
birthday, Crazy Carl. How
Happy
old?
birthday.
Happy birthday.
They did not say.
How many times around the sun? Okay. No, so I think
Sometimes
that
people like
it's
to keep it
important.
private.
It is important to point out we are doing this because those of us in the media, we are just journalists. We make kind of crazy predictions a lot of times. For the most part, nobody ever wants to be called
And
out
these
for
are clustered by people.
all the times they're wrong. You can shuffle the deck.
You want to shuffle? Okay, yeah, because Brad has like 3 in a row here.
And I think it's important to point out when you said something, you're responsible for it, and you go back
Yeah.
and you have to say yay or nay, and at least recognize you was wrong. So
That being
that's
said, I will
important.
say that when we make these predictions, we're kind of trying to make wild predictions.
Sometimes we try to make them.
Sometimes.
Because when you
Not Elena. Not
when you
Elena.
hit it
No,
right,
not me.
people think you're a genius. They were like, Gordon said Ryzen
no.
7 would be $4.99 or something like that. I was like off by like $1 or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's Nerdstradamus. You got totally right.
Nerdstradamus.
When you see that in any article or column, outside of like heavy duty analysts that are very serious about trying to be right, you got to remember there's a 50% chance that person is wrong. I can tell you that exactly, having been in this business a long time.
All right, so I put a little drop of honey right in the middle of my little piece of paper. I'm gonna kind of squish it up a little bit, and
Elaine is actually secretly
one.
taking the ones out that she was wrong on and hid them.
they're too.
Luckily, there's no sleeves on her.
I was gonna
They
chew
were,
for a
like,
while.
long sleeve.
All right, so Brad, I
You know,
don't
honey works.
I don't actually know what this one actually says, but I'm going to try. It says Steam Game 2018?
Steam games.
Steam something
Steam?
2018.
Steam will release a game in 2018.
Oh, you mean Valve?
Valve.
Valve
Valve will release a game in 2018.
Really? You made
And
that?
Artifact came out, and the card game Artifact just
It's
came
true.
out.
It's
last
true.
month.
Nice.
He's true. He does not have
Brad
to eat that.
escapes.
So that's why I just brought this can of delicious Diet Pepsi. So when these right ones happen, I can just do this while y'all
Nice.
continue.
That's
Lucky.
pretty good, Brad. You are just lucky.
You might want to sip delicately in case you need a
Not like it's
chaser.
Half-Life 3.
Oh yeah, there is going to be chasers.
Okay, next one. This one's gonna be interesting because I think we can debate this. It just says Intel gaming GPU. Adam Patrick Murray.
Oh.
So like, does he win?
we need to be more specific right
I
now.
know.
No, I
Like-
said
No, we
discrete.
remember.
I think
Adam,
I said discrete.
Adam was saying discrete
Okay.
gaming GPU would be out
Yeah.
this year. You
All
was
right.
wrong. That's another one.
I like that you're honest, though. I mean, you could have tried to argue for Kaby Lake G. Although Kaby Lake
no.
G.
No. No. That's not. That would not have nobody. There's the judges would have ruled that no, that was not
Gordon,
their
I
IP.
think this is your handwriting, and I really don't know what it says.
Adam wrong.
No. What?
It
Really?
just says Adam wrong.
See,
Well, you got that one right. So
no,
I
no.
did. I got it right. Adam will be wrong in 2018. I was right. I'm taking that one.
Really? It just says Adam wrong?
Yeah, it
God, I
does.
really should have went
I
back
think-
and listened to
I
that
think we wrote it at the
episode.
very end of the show.
That
Yeah,
sounds
things
fun.
were coming fast and furious the end of last year.
Adam wrong. All right.
Okay,
well.
I don't really know what this says. 20DX12 something. Gordon, you have to do it. You have to interpret that for me.
Games. That'd be my guess.
DX12 will be in 20 games next year.
I don't know what that last word is there. All right, I'll eat it. Whatever it was, I was wrong, I'm sure, because anything DX12
No, there
is
was
like
actually a whole lot of DirectX 12 games this year.
20 of them, though. I'll eat half.
Yeah, because, so on the flip side of that, Brad, I mean, yours says less than 20 DX12 or Vulcan games.
Oh, so that's what it was. I said more.
All right, I'll Google this while you guys go on to
Yeah.
the next.
All right,
Okay,
yeah,
we're
put that
hanging
off
on
to
to
the
this.
side. Put that off to the side.
That's on the side. Okay, Gordon, I think you're going to have to eat this one. It says PlayStation 5 with Zen cores.
What? Who said that?
Has it come out?
No. What?
I don't pay attention. I mean, there's people always like, yeah, suck it, Xbox or PS5. I don't know. Did it come out?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I think it's going to happen, though, is you will see PS5 with, sorry.
Double or
It
nothing.
did not come out yet.
Double or nothing for
well,
next year.
year's not over. I'm not going to pull that. We are not going to pull that. Year's not over yet. They could launch it at December 29th. Damn.
Yeah. Well, PS5, Zen cores. There's still time. One day.
Okay,
What,
so
we got
I
another
love
one?
this one. I
Okay.
love this one because mine is wrong and Brad is right. They're basically the same thing, except Brad put a better band around his than I did, which is why I'm wrong.
All right.
So Brad says GPU, is it GPU? Yeah, GPU/RAM prices won't drop in Q1 or Q2 of 2018. So Brad is correct. I think mine is the whole year, which is why I'm gonna have to eat that one when it comes up.
Yes.
Why do you hope for me to be in the bathroom later, puking my guts out?
No, that's
Brad's
that's a
2
good,
for
that's a
2.
good prediction. Yeah.
Oop,
Brad's
I think
doing
I'm 3
it.
for 3, but it's kind of hard tracking this down.
All
the
right.
games
Well, we'll keep going. Okay, I need you to interpret this writing for me, Gordon. It says phone VR. I think it says snooze. Which,
Elena Yee.
which would be
AY.
correct. Which would be correct because nothing happened with phone VR this year.
Yeah. Well, unless you want to say the Oculus Go, I mean that's
All right.
technically
Yeah.
phone-based parts.
I think it was phone VR snore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
That's true.
Yeah.
Elena was saying that.
I would say that,
That
yeah.
boat ain't going to go nowhere. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Do you know what this says? I can't tell if that's HoloLens or something else.
HoloLens 2018. No.
Okay.
Basically, Brad
That's what
is
I thought.
saying that ain't going to work.
Brad.
Hell no. Hell,
Damn,
Brad
Brad.
is, man, he's good. He's the Nerdstradamus, right? Is that what you said?
Okay.
That's me, I think.
That's a
Vive,
nice Diet Pepsi.
Vive 2 2018, Gordon.
There was a Vive
Yeah.
Pro at CES.
Okay, so
and
we're
I
gonna
did
have-
not know ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have to vote on that one. Vive Pro,
Oh,
is that
come on.
considered a Vive 2?
You know what that means.
No, 5.
Because,
Vive
hey, PlayStation 4
Pro.
Pro is not PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Wait.
Vive Pro, I think it's just an iteration. It's not like a true 2.
The reason
Yeah.
why... No.
No,
Listen, the reason why...
it's not a new one.
The PlayStation 5, the reason the PlayStation 5 was wrong, and I fully agree with that, it didn't have Zen cores. Whatever the current PlayStation, it doesn't have Zen cores.
I know, I'm just saying
I'm wrong.
sticking a Pro on it makes it not number 2.
It's
Yeah.
you guys,
It's just
you're
a
joking.
fancier number 1. It's
You
the same
asked the
thing with
internet.
higher-
Look, you had the original Vive that was out for 2 years, and then you have this one
It's
that
still
comes
out.
out that is, it's still
they're
out.
still
but
selling it.
Well, Vive Pro was Vive 2. Come on.
No, Vive Pro was
It's not. It's like the Xbox One X.
yeah,
We weren't actually.
a higher spec.
I can't believe that the spirit of it is that there would be an iterative version of the
this is
Vive.
why, but this is why we have to be careful about wording.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
well, ask
right.
the internet. Do they think the Vive Pro qualifies as a
don't ask
second
the
generation?
internet.
Well, you know,
Yeah, because they picked the 2200G as best GPU. Yeah, right, Elena.
they sure did. Well, actually,
I can't speak ill of my people.
as of right now, you have at least 2 people on your side saying the Vive Pro is the Vive 2.
Right. That was like a big
I'll
upgrade.
give it to him.
The
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean,
you were
he has-
saying there was
yeah.
a new Vive.
There was a new Vive.
Don't worry, he has plenty of paper.
Yeah,
to
he's
eat.
eaten already a lot of paper. So
I'm taking that one.
okay, so let's see.
Yeah,
Let's go with
Oh,
this.
damn.
the chat. It's
I don't know
official.
who
The
that
chat
is.
is with you.
I
Pro.
can't interpret what this is. Like it says 16 gigabyte DDR.
It says somebody predicted last year that 16 gigs of DDR, well, DDR4 obviously, would be $79 by December.
Oh, that's what
That
that
sure as
says.
hell wasn't me, I don't think, was it?
That was amazing.
That sounds like an Adam prediction.
That does sound like that
Me?
sounds specific.
Well, no,
enough
but the
to be
only
an
person who
Adam
makes price
prediction.
predictions is Elena.
No,
Yeah,
I would not
I-
say that because I said mine actually says somewhere in this deck that prices weren't going to drop at all.
Wait, so no one's owning up to this one.
I'm
Adam,
pretty
you don't remember
sure
that?
that's Adam
I
because
don't-
he
I
makes
mean, hey,
outlandish
sure,
things
I'll
like
eat it.
that.
Yeah, that sounds like a price
All right,
thing.
sure.
Because he says crazy crap like
he
that.
does
all the
his
time.
crazy things, and because this sounds like a response to something I would have said.
Have we?
For audio listeners, Adam just looked straight into the camera, put it in his mouth, and then walked back to his
Oh,
desk.
the honey makes it so much better.
Oh, yeah.
This is bad. It just kind of wads up in
Gordon,
the side of your
That's
mouth.
definitely
Yours says, I think it says Zen Plus, 8 cores, $220.
Was that right?
No.
No, it wasn't. It was 300 was the cheap one.
Wait, how much does a 2700X cost?
$300 when they came out.
Yeah, even with Black Friday sales, nothing hit 220.
Oh, 8-core.
Eight core.
It actually says 8-core. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way. Damn, I was close.
I checked. I was like, maybe
It's
the
250.
2600.
They were 250. The 2700 X parts.
So
were 250.
somebody corrected me, and they were right. So 2700 is what hit 230 over Black Friday. The 2700X I think hit 260 over Black
Yeah,
Friday.
come on, look at that, $40.
$40 is a lot of games.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't believe. I think I should get some bonus points for getting pretty damn close. To say that you would
Yeah,
get
it's pretty close.
Go ahead. You can have bonus points. Go ahead and
All
take
right,
an
I'm not
extra
gonna
sheet
eat that
paper.
Bonus paper? Yeah.
I-
give me some
I,
bonus
I
uh,
really made no predictions. This is great.
Yeah.
I predict my 2019 prediction is that Elena's not going to do a lot of 2019 predictions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you miss, Elena, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
That's the classic
I don't need the
coach
glory.
thing, right?
I don't need the glory. You know, talking about earlier about how like it's amazing when analysts like pull off some crazy predictions. I'm okay.
I'm
Like,
just thinking
my
like
stomach and I will be content at home.
I just think that when the coach says that to you and like the playoff game and like, yeah, coach, I understand that would make sense. If I didn't take it, that means I didn't make it, right? That's 100% of those.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Thanks.
that's a good percentage. 100% is a good percentage.
Okay, so I don't actually know what this means, Brad. It says NVIDIA Nope. I think Gordon wrote that one, so I don't know
Is
what.
it a Brad thing?
It just says NVIDIA.
That's the
no-
one that I was saying it wouldn't launch at CES. I guess I remember that happening.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's
that
right.
was correct. Man, Brad, you were really
Brad's
doing
good.
good here.
Brad's
I think you
good.
confirmed that you didn't have to eat any paper for the Vulcan one. Vulcan,
DX12.
It's real close. I can't confirm it without like going deep. Like all the list that used to be the list of games that came out, people don't bother updating those anymore. I guess. So.
That's cool. You know what? We'll just leave it as a correct one so we can maintain your like mystique.
Hey, you know what?
I will double check that though, and if I was wrong, I'll eat that whenever we come back.
Also, I'd like to point out that Brad is making 100% of the shots that he's trying. You know, so yeah.
That's what I
Good
said.
job
The
on him,
whole
yeah.
like aura mystique thing he's got going on here.
I don't know. I mean, it's interesting because when DX just to comment on that, when DX12 came out, it was the hotness. Everybody was like, "When's DX12? When's DX12?" Everybody paid attention, and they get upset if there's no DX12 support, and then get upset because the DX12 support really didn't do jack. Are we going to see the same with ray tracing? Because right now, like, if somebody came out with another ray tracing game, believe me, it's going to get added to that list. And then it's, when are we going to be at that point where we're like, oh, no, I don't care, whatever. Either they don't care because they're never going to care, or they don't care because it doesn't matter.
Well, we can get into this more in the further prediction section, but the difference between DirectX 12 and DirectX ray tracing is if you're already implementing DirectX 12, ray tracing is supposed to be fairly easy, whereas implementing DirectX 12 to begin with is a whole lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, Tim in the chat says Brad's beard is a time machine. So
Every time he pops out and he goes to tell himself in the past to change it, the beard gets a little bit longer. And he goes back in time. It would make sense.
What does it mean when it gets like shorter again? That like he's undone
He went back
what he
too
did?
far.
He hasn't used it a lot, I guess,
Yeah.
because if you time travel, you still age. So if he goes back in time,
Yes,
assuming he
it's
has
true.
to get to the time machine, then he has to somehow get to the West Coast or whatever, tell himself not to do it. He may add like a week of growth or 2 weeks of growth, and
Right, but when the beard goes back to being shorter and we can see that, what's happened? Something must have happened.
yeah, he didn't. Yeah, it would be a major. Yeah, it would have to be a major timeline event.
Does that mean that he's done something that like has caused some kind of twist or snarl in the time?
I don't know, but I will tell you one thing: we do not get any sponsorship from Hulu, but there are 2 great series on Hulu.
not yet. Not yet.
Not part of the Hulu series. No, really. There's a November 22nd, which is it's a mini series based on the Stephen King book. It's really well done. And then the other one, I just really enjoyed it. It's another time travel story, and it's I can't think of the name, Time Man or whatever. I got served all the ads on YouTube, so I went and that's
Time Man.
something where this kid goes back in time, and it's all these 80s references and 70s references. It's just an awesome series. It's worth paying Hulu $5 to check it out, because they're both great series.
Nice.
This podcast not brought to you by Hulu.
Yeah.
Not yet. All
Or
right.
Diet Pepsi.
I
EMIB
wish.
future GU. I don't know what this means, Gordon. You're going to have to interpret it for me.
What the hell did I say?
I don't know.
Well, so EMIB, for people who don't know, is Intel's technology that they use to make Kaby Lake G. How they joined a Vega, Polaris part with it's their cores. I think
Was that
what
known a year ago, or were you saying that's going to be in a future product? In which case it was.
I think I was saying, because it was when I did this. Was it after it had already come? Or yeah, maybe it was before, because Kaby Lake G laptops were this year, right?
They were early this year, yeah.
So I guess maybe I said they were going to use EMIB and then ended up being used. I'm just being generous with myself here because I don't want to eat this.
That's fine. We can be generous.
I think I was saying they were going to use it, and they did end up using it in Kaby Lake G. The other one would have been that EMIB is the future for Intel, which clearly we're already seeing. They realize monolithic isn't going to work for them, so you got to continue to stack and extend parts out. So EMIB is the future. So I think the spirit of this is correct. I'll take
This
it.
is the second year of us eating paper. Last year we learned, hey, we should use smaller paper. This year I think we're learning that we should use slightly bigger paper so we can be more specific.
Or
in what
honestly,
we write
we
down.
should maybe
handwriting.
use a pen that allows us to write smaller.
Yeah, that's
That's really, I think,
Or-
the key takeaway
Yeah,
here.
maybe for the next ones, I mean, we really should maybe just put it on a piece of paper and then we make the prediction paper later, so we have time to like write.
Oh,
it
right.
nice.
Yeah, we
So-
write it later and then
Or number them. We can get fancy.
and the date.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
that's
put the
true.
number and then we have
Actual
the
Corresponding, like.
okay, I like that. I
We
like
can
that.
run it through the laser printer.
I like that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're adding a little toxic
Okay, Gordon,
toner to
I don't
it.
know about
Great.
this one.
What?
ASICs for mining.
I predicted that basically the GPU market would again crumble because they would just move back to ASICs. Remember, like Ethereum was made to be ASIC resistant, but that didn't work out, did it? So, yeah.
But no, you don't get that because it wasn't because of the ASICs. It was because the coin market fell out the bottom of it and nobody even bothered making all those ASICs.
I think actually they did move to ASICs. Somebody who's a miner, and it's okay to mention it on the stream, even though everybody will hate you for being a miner. Yeah, I believe that ASICs were a big part of the collapse.
Create a
No,
burner
it's
account,
because it's
go into
because
stream,
Bitcoin
and
went
tell
from
us the
like
truth.
20 grand to like 50 cents.
I don't know.
Well, Gordon
It's
is-
not. It's the reason that they're not GPU mining anymore is because it's not profitable with what you can make with what you pay for the coins.
Yeah.
You definitely not profitable running ASICs, if it's a specialized thing that costs a ton of money.
Just saying, I'm seeing a headline here. This is Ethereum falls after rumors of powerful mining chip surface. Chinese ASIC sellers hurting as Bitcoin mining on the wane in China.
There you go.
But but the ASICs did eventually. There was no point for people to buy them. It was a combination of both. But I did say that ASICs would take over again.
Yeah, chat's a little mixed too. On how this one plays out.
Sounds like half a paper to me.
Yeah.
China, the biggest exporter of ASIC miners, is now selling the machine at the price of by kilo or kilogram because it's so worthless. But it was an ASIC machine.
Just half.
I'll eat half.
We'll sell this
Speaking, I think we're in the mining / GPU section because the next one is me,
section.
and I'm actually really excited for this one.
Why?
Because I think none of us actually knew this was going to come true, and it did. But maybe I'm just making it up. I'm very conservative, probably, because that's me. Anyway, I said that pre-built was going to be the better way to go.
Oh yeah.
Well, is it right now?
It was for over half the year.
Yeah.
Is it right now, though? I mean, I'm not being a stickler like some people, but
We gave you EMIB.
if
I mean, what if she just ate half? Maybe she's half.
I'm eating half.
I think she got that one. I mean, that's the first
It was the
time
way to
in
go.
forever that pre-builts are the way to
This is
go.
not
I'm going to
frozen.
keep this at my cube.
I think I don't know. It's
That one's special. Sorry, Gordon. I'll try to do some Brad and Adam ones for the time being.
Except Rurutu says, unless you're buying pre-built from Walmart.
That's true.
That is
So
true. Don't worry.
All right,
There's definitely at least one I'm going to have to eat.
Yeah. All right.
I think this says Navi equals Ryzen, Brad, but I don't actually think that's something you'd say.
It is. I was saying it was going to go with the multi-chip module design, so that they could have a bunch of little dies on it. But they said this year that they're not going to do that, so I got that one wrong.
Oh, no.
Brad's
I was
first
gonna
one
say that would
wrong.
be
Wait,
TBD.
hold it. Just Brad, wait a second. Stroke your beard, go back in time, change it, come back, and you're good.
This paper's going to vanish
Yeah.
from my hands.
All right,
How did
so
Brad's shirt turn blue?
Brad has some paper there that I provided him, and here he goes. You're just gonna eat it straight?
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
I don't know how you guys do that.
Fiber. Oh, and Gordon is done with his first
Oh man.
container. Yeah, that's
See,
not great.
You got to soak it. That's why you got to soak it. Got to soak it. All right.
Actually, now I hope I don't run out of that because that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like from what I can tell, just touching it, texture is not great. So I'd rather dunk it first.
no wait. I want to see this next one because I want to laugh already. I don't know who made that.
Oh, what is it?
1180 Ti at CES. Brad Chargas.
What?
Sorry, Brad.
Oh, wow. So wait, I said 2080,
No.
and he said
No.
No.
There was no 2080s.
There was no 2080. But
Yeah.
This was just a prediction that we are gonna see
Oh,
the
I see.
1180
Yes.
Ti at CES.
Well, but I thought I said
I could have sworn it was the opposite, but
I don't know. Gordon,
guess I did.
Gordon wrote this. This is not my handwriting.
Yeah, because
I wish I'd gone back
wasn't
and
mine the
watched
opposite
it.
of it?
Yours is what?
I don't know. I
Okay,
ate
give
it.
yours back now, Adam.
I ate it. Oh, okay. Hold on.
You're right. Wait. What was yours? Yours was.
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't eat. I ate it.
We need
He
to
ate the
actually
words,
watch
they're
this
gone
ahead
now.
of time.
Yeah, right.
I think
1080 Ti CES, is that what it says?
1180.
No, 1180.
Next gen
All right.
NVIDIA. To be fair,
Oh my God.
No,
Oh
no.
my God.
I think I know
Sorry.
what it was. Was
I
it
skipped ahead.
Was it a naming convention? Did I go 2080 and Brad went 1180 with the naming convention? Is that what it was?
no, I think it was just simply saying whether we would see parts or not. And you said yes. Brad said probably no. I'm going to give Brad that. He probably said no on this one.
Yeah.
Because that sounds like
Yeah.
a Brad thing to say.
Yeah.
Man, he's just like
Yeah.
he's just like a
Yeah.
downer.
Okay, here's
Ain't no
something.
gonna be
Here's
1180.
something to even things out.
Okay.
Also, my outburst a moment ago was because I totally skipped ahead and I saw something that I wrote, and I'm very excited.
Most
Anyway,
likely because she's right.
Yes.
Nobody ever gets like, oh my God, I was so wrong.
here's one from Hayden. Star Citizen will not come out in 2018.
Oh, he carried it over.
He did
Yeah.
carry it over.
Nice. Perfect.
Do you know if he wanted to carry it over for 2019? Anybody?
You know what? Let me slack him real quick, but he's probably not up. But
Yeah,
I would
don't wake him
guarantee he's gonna say yes or carry it
He's
over.
gonna say
Yeah.
Gordon, I don't know how to interpret this. You're gonna have to read it for me.
$500 XIX
Yeah.
PC.
I don't know. It has Brad's initials too, so I don't know what that would have been.
$500.
No, it's Adam.
Oh, is it?
Xbox
AM.
X PC.
Oh, $500 Xbox PC. Does that sound right?
Oh, Xbox One X.
Oh,
You can build an Xbox One X comparable PC for $500. Is that
Yeah,
what it sounds like?
yeah. You're gonna have to start going.
Which we tried.
can you?
That was 2 years. Oh, sorry, that was 2017. So I don't know what prices would have been like this year.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, we built it, and I was like, oh, prices will get better, so you could probably
You're
do
gonna
it
have
now.
to. The jury's out on this one. We're gonna have to actually do some research.
I don't think so. $500.
Yeah,
You are not getting
probably not.
Xbox. Is the One X
Well,
the better one or
if
the bad
he-
one?
4K.
If he bought
the better
during
one.
Black Friday, he actually might have been able to do it.
4K gaming performance. 4K 30.
Just to match the specs of our Xbox One X
30 doesn't
PC.
take much.
Yeah.
What does it take? So like 1070.
No, not for 4K 30.
Well, you're
You can
not
buy
doing
like
that with
a
it.
580 or something.
We built with a 580
Or-
last time, and 580s
Yeah.
actually came down during Black Friday to like what 165.
I don't.
Yeah.
So is
So
a
I
580?
think-
Are
I
you
think
saying a
you could do it.
580 is better than console gaming? Elena?
It's at least equivalent to the most expensive, most powerful console.
So I just want to see if this is correct. You're saying that a 580 RX 580, a 100 whatever, a like $190 GPU is performance equal or better than an Xbox One X?
Well,
Actually, it's a $250 GPU typically.
and River 2
Well.
says, yeah, you could do 4K 30 on medium. So,
That's
And
probably
that's kinda-
actually
that's
equal
kinda
to an
camp
Xbox
console
One
gaming,
X.
right?
I don't know. I don't want to be mean to consoles. I want to be fair to our siblings over there, and I
That's
don't
fine.
want to sell short shrift. Are we saying that 4K medium, 30 frames a second on RX 580 qualifies as console quality? Does that sound?
I mean,
Would everybody
if we're
agree with
talking
that?
about a price, I mean, we're talking about trying to hit 500,
I'm going to give this to Adam though, because you're right. Well, but of course you're saying you said if he bought it during Black Friday.
So, look,
He didn't put a time restriction on it, so anytime this year would have qualified.
yeah, this year.
Yeah, but when I said $180, you said sometime.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying that you can't use a non-MSRP price to stack it against an Xbox One X.
But yet
To
he can
talk
use
smack.
it in not eating his
I think
paper.
he could do it today even. So
And John
you can still
Doe,
find those real cheap.
John Doe says RX 570, Ryzen 1600, 8 gig of DDR4, cheapest power supply case and SSD. You could hit 500 4K 30 on medium.
Wow, that just does not sound appetizing to me. But okay, we'll give it to him.
To
That's
me, I'm
pretty
like,
good.
wow, that's not bad for.
I
$500
wanted to be fair to consoles. I just didn't want to say undersell them. So we're saying we can actually build Xbox One X quality in a $500 gaming PC.
Which is what I tried last year.
Yeah.
So we can achieve it this year
Yeah.
really easily.
All right.
That's great.
Cool. All right. I don't have to eat that one. I think that's
Wait,
the
what
first one
about
I
the
don't
Blu-ray
have to
drive? What about Blu-ray? Does that count?
eat. I mean,
It includes
That's a good
all of
point.
that.
No, I don't think you can add a
no,
Blu-ray
no.
drive in there for.
You can't do
It'd still hit
Blu-ray.
500,
and
but-
you-
Well, no,
Yeah.
because last year in 2017, even when the prices were starting to rise slightly for I think both SSDs and RAM, I got to I think down to like 550, and that included the Blu-ray drive, I believe.
But that wasn't the Intel board. I mean, we're talking if you want to do UHD Blu-ray.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
4K.
about that.
You
Yeah,
have to have
you gotta-
Intel
I forgot about that.
SGX to
Never
have the basically for people who don't know, you have to have the Intel SGX in order to have the
All right, I'll eat it,
protection
I'll
all the
eat
way through.
That's
Adam,
right. I forgot about
think
that.
That's the one
Gordon's
thing console people.
savage today.
No, I just want to be.
Playing
I want
fair.
to be fair to console people.
Do you want
That's
some?
100%
people say-
legit. I forgot about that 4K
Get the
Blu-ray
honey.
drive.
Get the honey.
That's
Well,
like
and it's
a
not just
very
Blu-ray.
expensive part on PCs.
It's very expensive. HDR Blu-ray. So the next iteration of Blu-ray is tough to do on a PC. It is very tough
It
to do.
is because
Right.
of the.
It's gotten better. It should be getting better, but it's not easy. You have to have Cyberlink, power DVD. You have
It's
to have a
still
certain
that way?
motherboard.
Still that way?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
because they're
That's really unfortunate.
They don't want to because
It
they
happens.
know that
No.
they get the content onto a PC and
So it does
It's-
make a Xbox One X a little more attractive, Gordon.
yeah, sure. If you want to watch Blu-ray, I mean,
Some people do.
some people do. I'm like, hey,
I mean,
you want to
is it-
stream this on my phone and then Chromecast it? No, I want to go down to that 7-Eleven in that really dangerous neighborhood where there's that triple homicide and go to the Red Box. Why don't you just stream it?
Pretty
It's a
sure
little-
people who care about physical media aren't going to Redbox.
Yeah, come on. You're the biggest proponent for Blu-rays and
There's always
physical
this
media.
old
Come
guy
on.
sitting on a crate smoking, trying to like get me to buy him a beer.
It's true. It's
no,
true.
I don't want
He's
to.
not
I don't want to do
wrong.
it.
I live in Oakland as well. I know how it is.
Okay, I can't believe I wrote this.
Oh,
Oh boy, this is like, oh my god, this is like the absolute worst.
I actually thought I was going to have to eat this one. I wrote SSD prices still won't drop until late 2018.
They drop like a rock, though.
I think it's you have taken away from the prediction by patting yourself on the back so much. Nobody likes to see a sore winner.
This has nothing to do with me being like awesome. I'm awesome. This is like, oh, thank God I don't have to eat this one.
What is that called? It's
Humble brag?
humble brag.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
what they call it?
yes.
I'm definitely not. This is actually my stomach gurgling in joy.
This is the first time y'all have sent me the official, full nerd paper, and I can understand why y'all can. I think I preferred the lined notebook paper, to be honest.
Yeah, this stuff is worse, I think.
I'm going to put it here. I'm not going to crow about it. I'm just going to put
Yeah,
it there.
sure.
Put it there so you can look at it every now and again.
Chat. At some point, chat does want to see you eat paper, though.
I'm pretty sure it's in the cards.
I don't understand that one.
It says 10 nanometer and has your initials.
So I
I
don't.
understand that one.
Oh,
You understand that
oh,
one.
Yeah,
but
you
you know what? You know what? I'm going to prove to you.
Oh, you're going to pull out those crappy parts. Yeah.
10 nanometer Cannon Lake Nook at major U.S.
Yeah.
retailers, AnonTech, October 3rd or December 3rd.
Boo.
I don't.
Ooh, you're
This is
right.
from Antov Shilov, a very, very respectable tech journalist, been around for a long time. I don't think AnonTech and Anton are lying to us that there's 10
Yeah.
nanometer Cannon Lake Nooks.
E. Lopez says i3 8121U.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
right. There's one in the Intel Arc store. Now,
Stuff. Yep.
I will say the spirit of
This
this
is-
was wrong.
Yeah, this is a letter of the lost spirit.
But
That's what I was gonna
look,
say.
I will be righteous. I will eat half of this because clearly I don't have to eat it at all if I were being,
Me?
right? But I'm just saying it didn't. I don't really think it happened. We did not really get 10 nanometer in volume this year. It was, yet another letdown. So I think everybody's getting pretty tired of this Lucy Charlie Brown act with Intel. So go AMD.
Wow. I
And
made,
that
like,
might tie
zero
into one of my predictions for next year.
Ooh.
Foreshadowing.
Ooh.
I made a
There's probably like 10 more in there.
Yeah, how much do we have left? That's-
Not many.
Oh, okay.
This is just like very fluffy
All
paper.
right. All right, what do we got?
Adam, I'm sorry.
All right. I'm hungry. Yeah.
You made predictions about Threadripper. You said that the 20-core version will come out at $1,000. A 24-core version will come out at $1,250,
Uh,
and a 32-core version will come out at $1,500.
wrong. Yeah. Wrong. Triple wrong.
I was thinking he's pretty close though. The $2,000 for the 32 core port wasn't too far off.
Well, maybe we can
What
take
wound
off a
up
corner
being-
of it.
No, I'm gonna be half on you.
Okay,
I forget the initial pricing.
we can look
I
at
know it
it.
was higher at though.
This one's a little wide. Definitely gonna need some honey on this one. Hey, I know one of my predictions was right. It's still to come.
Wait, has Adam been wrong on everything?
No.
Not everything. Oh, you could hear that.
Yeah.
What did he say? It was $1,800. Did he say $1,500?
1,000, 1250.
We don't know. He ate the evidence.
1,500. He ate the evidence. Yeah, I was wrong.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up.
It was $1,800 at launch. I just
Yeah.
looked up our review.
1,800 for that one. I'm
For
trying to
what?
see how much the other ones are.
32s were $19.99.
There was no 20 core.
No, there was no 20.
So
No.
that doesn't count.
So
24 core was $1,300, so you were close-ish.
yeah.
$50 off.
We can give him that one then.
Too late.
He already
He's very into this. He's making up for my lack of enthusiasm about eating this. His stomach is obviously much stronger than mine.
Well, luckily I have tomorrow off, so.
Oh, that's why. He's just gonna spend it at home all day.
Yep.
I do not have tomorrow off.
Gordon, I don't know what this says. Sorry.
This says Zen 2. 4 base, 4.5 turbo.
This is,
We got
gotta
there,
be it.
right?
2700X.
Look it up real quick.
4.5 turbo was probably a little over. I think it was like maybe 4.3 on turbo.
How did you even interpret that from this?
Memory.
Yeah, I went up 4.3.
I was close.
No, I mean, like, seriously, like, how would
Yeah.
you be able to interpret that from
just,
this?
yeah.
Yeah, 3.7 base clock, 4.3
Yeah.
boost clock.
I was close, but I was off.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, Ellie.
Yep. All right. Well,
All right, well, he's doing
he's
that.
still got a lot of breakfast.
Breakfast.
I was prepared. That's why I got. That was $20 in food.
San Francisco, everybody.
why I
Also,
live in
wait. Rurutu says Zen 2. Zen 2 isn't out
Yeah.
yet, right?
Well, then
I
I
think that's the
don't.
second gen.
yeah.
Second
Second,
gen.
second
Okay.
gen was the.
I mean, he's already eating it.
Yeah. Why not?
And I.
Hey, no, I'm
Next
just
year will be
pulling.
fun when Zen 2 comes out in Ryzen 3000. I'm not even sure how they're going to do that.
No, wait. Brad, it's going to be third generation Zen, Ryzen
2.
2, 3000. That's the other thing, too. Because AMD's aware that Intel has trained people on generations. Like, people are like, oh, you want the 9th gen part? Well, is that the same as the 8th generation part? Yeah, but you want the 9th gen? Yeah, I'll take the 9th gen. So I think AMD's realized, because one of the APUs, I realized they were calling it a 7th gen part. AMD was. 'Cause
Interesting.
People care. People, they don't know what it means, but you
helps
go into
them.
a store, you don't
I
know. I don't know. I may want 9th generation. I don't want 7th generation.
All right. So for some weird reason, I dated this one. So we know the date of our last episode, which was 12/19, apparently.
Oh, it's 12/20 today. It was almost a year ago.
Yeah. Well, it's more than a year ago now, right? And it's funny because this one actually, I'll just read it. All right. So it says 24 and 32 core underline Threadripper. And it says, quote, go past 16 cores. So in other words, you're right, Brad.
Oh, hey, sweet. I didn't even know that was mine.
Yeah.
And I got the core counts right.
Yeah, you
There
did.
you go. Yeah.
You should frame this.
Cool. All right. It's a good
Right.
one.
This one I think
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look up because I don't.
How much money do you
actually
make
know.
as an analyst? I'm starting to feel like maybe I should go be an analyst.
There you go.
No, don't leave us, Brad.
Well, you know my joke is, so the weather forecaster, they can be wrong 25% of the time. Journalists can be wrong 50% of the time, and analysts can be wrong 75% of the time. So you would not qualify as an analyst there, Brad.
So what you're saying is Adam should be an analyst.
Adam would be perfect.
I
analyst.
don't. 25% generous at this point.
Ah.
No offense to analysts, but you know.
Okay, I have to look this up. I think I have to eat this one, but I'm not sure. I said a 6-core AMD laptop for $500. I'm not sure if there are actually any 6-core AMD laptops.
You got to eat that one.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
There's no way to wiggle out of that one.
I just want to check.
Well,
What,
let's see.
you
where-
don't need to check, believe me.
no, I'm
Yeah,
going to eat
let-
it. I
let her
just want to
check.
know what
Also, maybe
the
somebody
core
in the
count
chat
is in the
knows.
2500.
They're fours. The U parts
They're
are
all
quad
fours?
core, and then they have that.
Okay.
They have the desktop based Ryzen 7s.
Well,
that are
and,
8s.
and chat might know something. We have some
I don't think,
AMD
yeah.
laptop fans here.
I don't think anybody's done a Ryzen 5. Yeah, I think
All right,
it's.
what do I want to eat? This
I'd be
with?
interesting to see if that actually comes out.
I'm pretty sure this is sugar.
Oh, we'll save it for the predictions.
All right.
There's so much drama here.
Drama.
For the audio listeners, everyone's watching me
Uh,
dunk this.
It's like tennis.
Oh my God,
Oh my
it's
God. The
art.
ink
Look,
is
it's
really.
art.
just-
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't think about the ink.
Art. Like I've got these.
That just
beautiful
makes me
swirls.
realize what it must be doing in our bodies right now.
Yep.
Yeah, these swirls right here in my water.
Tim says he
Looks
would have
like
preferred
squid
dipping
ink.
it in queso.
Oh, that would have been a great
That would've been
idea.
pretty good.
What's queso?
Next time, like
Cheese.
yeah, warm cheese. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. So I guess real quick, Ruru 2 has a link. The Lenovo 330S AMD Ryzen 5 for $429. But it needed to be 6-core, right?
Yeah, it had to be 6-core.
So let's see what the CPU Ryzen 5
It's a
with up to 6 cores and 12 processing.
Oh well, too late. I already ate it.
Yeah.
No way. We need to check that.
That's what it says.
Wait, what is it?
It's the Lenovo 330S 15ARR.
I hate part numbers so much.
You know, the donut really helps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any more donuts in there?
Yeah, they're stale, but we actually have more donuts in the break room.
I think I'd rather, yeah.
Specifications.
Yeah, so I recommend this. Soak it,
2500U.
and then eat it with a donut.
What's 2500U?
Yeah, there's 2500 use a quad part, I think.
Well, it's weird. On their post, it says 6-core.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're counting the SMT probably, but that doesn't make any sense.
It's already.
Well, no, because it says 6-core, 12 threads on the post. So either the post
Yeah,
is
so
lying
it's
or
4. It's a quad part.
weird.
2500 use. Well, a lot of times that's just they send them a huge
donut
thing.
delivery.
Yeah.
Thanks, Martin.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. Look at this. I got my,
So you're
Your
hoping
pick
we'll
of
be wrong.
stale
yeah,
donuts.
stale. I'll take the big one.
Yeah, so Ryzen 5
I
2500
have mine.
use
Thank you.
4 with 8 SMT.
I gotta try this too. Man, I wish someone would bring me some donuts to dunk it with.
I think Martin's expecting us to be even
Yeah.
more
Wrong. I'm telling you. Dunking it
Also,
first.
Todd says we should next time we should have a fondue pot.
I like this. Thank you, chat. I'm gonna try to
We should
remember
plan
this.
for next
We'll
year.
have like a
Fondue is
crock pot
cheese,
right,
right?
here.
Is fondue
Yeah,
cheese?
it's all cheese. Can you have dairy? Because cheese is amazing.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to.
Well, you
think
can
of
put
whether
chocolate in there too. It doesn't have
that's
to be
true.
cheese.
No, but is the cheese? I mean, I like
It's cheese.
but isn't it just like Velveeta or
no,
something really
come
gross?
on. Have
No.
you never been to
Well,
the?
if you get the cheap ones.
yeah.
You can choose your own cheese.
Isn't there? I
Usually
mean,
they put the good stuff in fondue.
I just when I think of fondue, I think of the 1970s, which was pretty much Kraft Velveeta.
Yeah, that's true. But it's not 1970, Gordon.
Yeah, no, it's not. I guess no.
If it
You're right.
were-
In San Francisco, it would be something shishi, kind of like whatever.
no,
That's
no.
what I was just thinking. I wonder how much a fondue pot would cost in San
Yeah, I
Francisco.
know.
Oh God. Well,
Don't ask.
what's that chain? The melting pot.
Yeah,
the
they're
national
terrible.
change. They're
I've
expensive.
Been. They're expensive and they're not good. I've been there.
What
I
the
was very
hell?
disappointed.
I've been there once.
I don't know what you wrote.
1G, well, probably 1 terabyte, $600. It's either 16 for $600.
What?
Oh, I must have said you can get a 16-core CPU in this year for $600.
You were.
Because that's the only thing is 16 and 600. Because that's not 1G, which wouldn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
no, that doesn't make sense.
You
One
were
gig.
not right.
What's
Could you not get a Threadripper on
What's
Black
a
Friday?
1950X go for?
Oh. I mean, were you talking about last gen?
I mean, a 16
Well,
core.
if
It
it's
says
16 cores.
16.
Yeah. 16 cores, 16 core.
I'm thinking.
So if you're going last gen, then I think you actually made it.
Yeah, because those had some great discounts this year.
Well, at that point, we didn't know there was going to be a second generation version. So, yeah, I think they were like $550, right? They were so cheap. People were like, "Why would you buy 9900K?" Yeah, hell, the $575. Look at that.
Yeah. There you go. Gordon could be an analyst.
It actually dropped all the way down to 410.
No
That's
way.
insane.
Really?
Yeah.
buy
well,
2 of those.
410 on eBay, 450 on Newegg.
Dang.
Yeah.
I should get bonus. I should like not have to eat another one for them. So like plus there.
We
I
could start
saved
adding,
everybody money.
We could start doing modifiers next year and make it really complex. And then try to remember it all in 2019.
Well, I'll definitely listen to the episode next time.
Okay. Okay, so Brad said Volta will cost more.
And I think the spirit of it was next generation NVIDIA.
The next generation GPU,
Yes.
which is true.
So,
Brad was not
Very
right. That was totally Damn, that's just.
so as long as we're going with spirit and not like literal words here, then
I think we can be.
Both also cost more if you want to be the letter as well.
Yeah, both.
I'm not trying to make you eat anything, Brad. I'm just saying.
I think
He's been a weird stickler today about certain things.
what's unfair to Brad though is I think if it had been $100 more, everybody would but not the way that the pricing came out. I think that was underestimating.
Yeah.
All right, rolling
I
along.
just had to be fair to Xbox
Yeah.
console people
Oh, God.
because they're going to go like,
Whatever.
what about my UHD Blu-ray?
Prediction: 3080 will cost even more.
Oh God.
Someone write that down.
Jeez.
No, hey, we're not there yet. We're not there
Yeah.
yet.
Getting there.
Okay, another one that I dated, weirdly. No 10 nanometer for 8th gen Intel desktop. Brad Charkis.
No 10 minutes. Yeah,
For
I'm
eighth-
carrying that
eighth
one
gen.
over.
Wait.
No
What does
10
it say?
nanometer for 8th gen
No desktop
Intel
10
laptop.
nanometer.
Oh yeah, okay. Although I don't know because 8th gen did come out though, Brad.
But no 10 nanometer.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not 10 nanometer.
Yeah.
It
what
would
I
have been 10. I was saying no 10 nanometer this year on the desktop.
He was
Although a
right.
Nook is not mobile.
Man,
If we were being,
It's not a laptop.
wait. Here's
yeah,
the
those
thing.
3 of them that they made.
What
with
is the
their
part number
broken
of that
chip.
Nook?
Oh boy.
Intel
All
Nook.
right, I'll hang on to this one. That's a little dirty though, Gordon. Where you're
I just
like,
wanna know, I'm
slide
totally cool.
under, you slide under with it, and then you turn around and you use it to like put Brad in the hot seat.
No.
That's
I just
evil.
want to make sure that
I
we are.
don't consider those 10 nanometer parts that shipped. I think they shipped like 500 of them total around the globe. I honestly, I don't consider those production things, even though you can apparently buy like 3.
Oh, actually, here's the thing: Core i3, 8121. So 8th generation. That first number is 8th gen. It is in a Nook, which is a desktop. And here is where Brad, I think, gets off. It's a U part, 8121U. That is a laptop part.
It's a mobile part.
Yes.
There's no mobile. That's not a desktop
That's a
part.
mobile part.
Look, we just
Yes.
we have to,
You're toying with my emotions, Gordon.
Yeah, I had to.
Wow,
I didn't break out that U.
savage.
Yeah, the U.
Savage.
And it did not come out. It had just been yet another disappointing year,
I'm
Disappointing.
going to float that one with different verbiage.
Disappointing for
Next year.
people hoping to see Intel get 10 nanometer parts out. Not disappointing for AMD fans at all. Best year ever.
All right. I actually have to look this up because I don't know. So I said Zen 2, which I assume I meant second gen because there's no room on this thing. MSRP would be 10% less than the previous generation. That's what I assume it meant. It just said
It was much more than that because the flagship first gen Ryzen was $500. The flagship second gen Ryzen was $330.
right. So I don't know, if I exceed it, do I get it, or if do I have to be spot on? I'll eat it. I don't care.
Well,
But-
Zen
Oh,
2.
I don't think you need to eat
Yeah,
that.
no, I
you got
wouldn't.
that.
Yeah.
But I just want to judge. So you were saying that Zen 2 would be 10% less.
MSRP
launch.
at launch versus first gen.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
consider that at least. There's an at
yeah,
least
because
there.
Yeah.
you have to count the 1800X, which is $500. It's just not. It was way under that. Although,
Let's say it was way under the 1700X too, because that came out at $400.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's
Thanks,
true.
Brad.
I know I still got one in there.
I know this is my handwriting, but it's so abbreviated. I'm not sure what it means. So, Brad, this is yours. It says Volta HBM2 1180. Those are the only keywords on here.
I was saying that the flagship one would have HBM2, and it does not. So, got to eat that.
Okay.
Yep, there we
Gordon
go.
is losing string beans here.
He's
Oh, no, it's a
he
mushroom.
just
that's
loves
down.
the
Lots of
paper so
sausage.
much. He's just he just chowing
Mushroom
down.
down. Mushroom down.
I think what I said with that one is that there will be HBM2 in the lineup, but only the flagship model is what I was saying. Either way, it's wrong, but just context.
that there. All right,
Oh, man.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Well,
Did you dunk it, man? Dunk it. It really makes a difference. All
I'm going
right.
to say I put a
Donut.
lot of Tabasco
I chew it
sauce
till
on
I
it.
can just swallow it like a pill.
There's a lot of Tabasco sauce on
Gordon, this is yours. I don't entirely know what it means. I think you're predicting a certain type of SSD there.
I said we would be able to get, interesting. So I predicted we would get QLC SSDs. It says SSD QLC 1 TB, 1 terabyte, 150.
How much were those?
I don't know. What's that Samsung that we just reviewed?
Yeah, I'll look it up. It's going to take a second.
I really feel like I made more
waiting for a
predictions
drum
than
roll.
just 3.
I got to say that's pretty good. Look.
There it is.
No, that sounds
Put
like
it
you.
in.
But I would do it like 4 or 5.
You
Let's
totally.
see, where's the price? Price starts at $150 for the 1 terabyte drive.
Dang.
Oh, you want to talk about like, look at that.
Nice. Here, fist bump.
Like,
Fist bump.
that's
Yeah.
like, I predicted that. And it just, when did that review come out? When did that
Like,
Samsung Q?
Last week or 2 weeks ago.
Right at the buzzer. Right at the buzzer.
Yeah, you got to save that one,
Wow.
Gordon.
I'm
here,
gonna save
here,
it.
Put
I
this
will
one.
save
Put
it.
this in with Hayden's.
I'm going to save that.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
pretty good. That, I
Man.
got to say,
That
that's
makes up for the rest of it.
all the other. Yeah, that's how you want to be as a
Bullseye.
journalist. People don't forget all the other crazy ass crap you said. Well, I don't know. That Gordon, he predicted 1 terabyte QLC SSDs down to like the day last year. That's pretty good. We need to get that guy on board.
That's funny. But no, you knew you had insider
But
information.
sir, he
didn't
was
you?
wrong 90% of the time. That's what the kind of forward thinking we need. Big risks.
I think you wrote this one for Adam, but I don't know what it says.
Razer Game Stream.
Oh, that's what it says.
Razer Game Stream.
Razer Game Stream.
Yeah, what
I don't
was that
know
about?
why. What did you predict?
Was it like
Adam?
an online streaming service, like a game stream service that
I
Razer would
don't
do?
know.
I must.
Either way,
You don't remember?
There's nothing that Razer's put out that could.
They opened the store.
Yeah, but were you saying no or yes to this though? You were probably saying yes.
No, yeah,
that
I was
they would
probably
be-
saying yes. I'll eat it.
I
I'll
think
eat
you
it.
have to eat that. You can grab the leftover donut.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
here.
the last one's him too. I'm gonna just.
Last one's yours as well.
Where did that one?
I don't. It says Santa Cruz. No, 2018. I don't know what that means.
He's right. No, he's right. That's the Oculus Rift headset.
Oh.
That's coming out next spring.
Yeah. Good job, Adam.
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear Brad. What did I do right?
He said
That's the
that's.
Oculus Rift headset.
Oh
That's coming out next
Santa
year.
Cruz.
That was the prototype name.
I was just like,
got it.
what does the city of Santa Cruz have to do with this?
All right, here's a stale fritter.
Gosh, you can
Oh, I
hear
could
that.
hear it.
You can
I could hear it.
It's stale.
I told you it was stale. I took the least stale one.
Oh.
I didn't expect anyone else would follow me into Donut Land.
Well, hey, it did hide the paper taste.
It does, though. It
Yeah.
really does.
I don't mind paper taste. What I'm tasting isn't just paper. That's a funky paper.
Wait, do we not have any more in there?
No, that's it.
What? No, because I thought I made a prediction for no BFGDs this year. I was so excited to be like, yeah, no BFGDs this year.
You did. You did make that prediction.
I don't
know if
see
we
it. There's
wrote it
nothing.
down.
Okay, you were right.
Oh, maybe we didn't. Yeah, I
You
was
must not have written
right.
it down.
I was right.
Cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that means that anything else that I would have had to eat is lost to time as well.
Adam, that was. Let me say that's a high risk prediction there. No, it's not.
Yeah, it was. I'm going to carry that one over.
Oh, that's one of the ones I have on my list too.
All right, here we go. So, by the way, we do have a hard stop at 11, y'all, and
Yep.
we've got 45 minutes.
5
Okay.
minutes.
Are we
I
transitioning
think you're just
to?
gonna type it and then we'll write it down. So,
Oh,
we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
number
yeah.
them too. We
I was
can number them.
I was gonna do both. So what I was gonna do is write the full out on in a Word doc, and then just write a little note on this and number it so that we can like
Cool.
match it up next
Yep,
year.
yep. Let's
And
do
she
that.
won't make any here. She will not. You know how she's just gonna toy with you? She can be like, "Well, I don't know. I think next year we might just see.
Nobody knows what's gonna happen. with this
Wait,
document
what?
But me.
You know, you might be."
Oh, yeah. Hey, old donut's still a good donut.
I
All
like
right,
that we have a
so-
strategy for next year. We're
Yeah.
just gonna have to save
it's
some
good.
donuts.
Yeah, right.
Okay, I think rules should
Fondue.
be we can't. You
Yes.
should not draw on things you know already because there are things we know. Can't talk about it, folks. I don't think we should talk about. We should ourselves
Yeah,
not make
I agree.
predictions based on those.
Everyone in the crowd's like, "What?"
Wait a minute.
Yeah, how are they going to know?
But that's
All
like
right,
that Tom
here we go.
Clancy thing where you
Yeah.
know all the areas they stay out of means that that's the area that's hot. So something's
Yeah,
happening there.
right?
Or is this just a misdirection play all along?
I know, right?
It could be.
Well, so who's going to go first? Elena, you ready with them?
I'll go first. I'll carry over one of my ones from last year.
Do it.
I think there will be no desktop 10 nanometer Sunny Cove parts in volume in 2019.
Whoa, slow down. One more time. No 10 nanometer desktop.
Sunny Cove. Yeah.
Sunny Cove.
Wait, in volume. How do you? Clearly, we need to get more details. What do you mean by volume?
By like when the 9900K launched, you could buy it. It's not, there are 3 of these and 3 Nooks and a random tablet around the world.
So your definition is that you have to be able to buy them at like a retailer. So
I
like
could go buy this
Amazon
Candy
or
Lake.
Newegg.
Y'all know it's like every other CPU launch, the desktop. There will be no mainstream CPU in volume launch for 10 nanometer part.
But I can buy this Nook right now.
Independent.
volume.
Independent, Gordon, and in volume.
I just want to make sure that when we talk about this in December of 2019, we can say like, but
You know what
said-
by the December 2019, if we can say there, I can buy that. What would it even be? 10,900K? I don't even know.
10,000.
They're going to start over.
I don't
at
even know
one.
how they're gonna roll
Please,
over.
They're gonna
please
start
start
over
at
at one.
0.
If you
Oh,
can
is
buy
that a
one of
prediction?
those that are 10 nanometers.
Are you willing
Huh?
to predict that,
He just
Elena?
predicted.
No.
Wait, what do you predict?
That was a joke. That was sarcasm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
I don't think there will be volume Intel desktop 10 nanometer parts.
I'm gonna go opposite of Brad.
Wait, slow down, everybody. I gotta.
Yeah,
cut this
we
paper.
can cut it later. We
No.
don't need to
I feel
number it.
This is like part of the process. Like, people watch us write it.
Well, but
And
we're
my-
just writing
my
a number,
reasoning-
right?
And then we put it in the envelope and we give it to an accounting firm that does the Academy Awards.
Yeah, because I thought we're just going to write a number on the paper and then correspond it to the list. We don't actually need to write it on the paper, I don't think, right? Or we could at least do that later.
My reasoning behind that is because, like I was saying, one of these recent episodes, or maybe in a staff meeting, is that Intel has said, look, we're looking to have 10 nanometer in volume by holiday 2019. And sure, they just showed off all these Sunny Cove parts and whatnot, but I have a feeling their in volume is going to go to laptops first.
And server probably.
Yeah, everywhere but desktop.
I'm gonna go opposite of Brad.
Okay, I'm listening.
And I'm going to predict that by the end of the year, by end of Q4, December of 2019, there will be an enthusiast Sunny Cove based CPU.
You said by Q4?
Right. Now,
End of 2019
that
calendar.
does, we didn't nail Brad down on what he meant by desktop, but if we see it in a 2011 socket or whatever,
Yeah.
for
Yeah, I can say that all.
future iteration there is, that to me would qualify as a desktop. I know it's really tough. I mean, frankly, right? Because everybody's like, yeah, whenever. It used to be when Intel would say they were like, we're going to have something. They're like, oh, okay. Now it's like, whatever. I'm never going to get that money from you, right? Just like, you're never going to get that $20 back from your friend. I think 2019 is put up or shut up for them for 10 nanometer. So I think we're going to see definitely mobile because that's first defensible, and clearly they showed off some parts that were going to go into mobile. And I think we will see that turned into a CPU because they are really looking for a win on desktop.
I think we will too, but I think it'll come out at CES 2020, which is outside the scope of this.
Right. And, honestly, I did this podcast with Steve, and he was saying, yeah, he didn't think they're going to hit next year either. But I'm going to say I think there is
Gotta get
there's
stick together.
I think everything is against it happening, but that means you gotta think bold. I think there will be a desktop enthusiast part. Like 9900K, I would say, was not really a volume part. Honestly, it was really hard to find.
So Peter's saying, can you be a little bit more specific than enthusiast?
So that'll be basically, it could come in the big socket, it could come in the small socket, is what I'm saying.
Which I agree with. The Extreme Edition parts.
2011 or 11.5X.
X-series.
Okay.
So I think there will be something that comes out next year. It may not be affordable. It may be 28 core, 5 gigahertz overclocked on a water chiller. Who knows? But
Cool. All
Who's
right.
up next?
All right, I'll
Yeah,
go.
do it.
This one's easy. We're going to see Navi. That's like an easy one, right?
Yeah,
we're going to see AMD Navi.
But
Well,
when,
you-
maybe try to say when or how
I
much.
think, and we have absolutely no guidance, but I'm just going to guess. I think AMD will show something at CES. I think we will see it before Computex.
What do you mean by see it? Like released?
Yeah, I think it will be a part in the first 1H 2019. We'll see next generation Navi. The timing is right for it.
Okay.
All right, let me write this down.
And there will be no ray tracing on board.
Wow, you're layering this one up.
Yeah, this is. You can look outside and you can see the rain coming down and say it's gonna rain, so.
You said no ray tracing.
No ray tracing, Navi.
I had predictions along the similar lines, but I'll just let Gordon have it.
And Todd said,
I think it'll be excellent value compared to NVIDIA as well.
Yeah.
Do you want to make that your prediction?
Sure. I think Navi will be an excellent performance value compared to RTX.
also, real quick, Todd would like to clarify consumer or workstation, Navi.
Consumer.
Consumer, yeah, we're talking about consumer.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't
All
think
right.
it's.
Just want to clarify.
But one thing I want to know, when you mean a good deal, I mean like. You mean like
won't take much, Gordon.
10 series good
Performance
deal, or
per
we're talking
dollar.
20 series good deal, right? I mean, it's a different world, right?
Yeah, it's a different world. I'm talking about whatever is current with it right then.
Yeah.
So, like, if a mid-range Navi part comes out, it's still the 1060 around versus the 1060.
Okay.
I got another GPU one. See, this is the crazy thing. We always try to top one another by trying to out nerds the dramas the other. I think Intel, all guidance says no GPUs till 2020 earliest.
Yep.
I think end of next year, 2019, Intel will show off first discrete parts.
Oh man, I was gonna do that one.
That shit
really?
would show off.
Yeah, I was gonna do that one.
Could have been shipping limited numbers too, right? But I mean, it's just they are hot to show something, and I
They
think
will
next
publicly
year,
announce something.
yeah.
I like that. I like that prediction a lot, actually. I don't necessarily think it'll happen. I just like it.
I just wanted to, because I mean, the odds are against it. Everybody says 2020, but
Can we double up? Like have two pieces of paper, like both Gordon and I have to eat it
you
if
can
it's
put
wrong?
yours on there. Oh, I see. You want to
You know what I mean? Because that was going to be one of mine too, and I'm fine to eat paper
Yeah.
if it's wrong.
Adam, you should get the next turn for making your prediction. I
All right,
think,
all
then.
right.
Wait, so are we doing double up?
Yeah,
or are we
yeah.
not doing double
Yeah, why
up?
not?
Let's double it up.
Oh no, there should be like a double thing, like
Double
on
or
Jeopardy, like that double Jeopardy whatever noise. Doo doo doo. Like maybe it should be like double sized paper.
Double size.
I don't know.
Nah.
All right.
All right. Are we ready for mine?
Ready.
Well, I already kind of said it, so I'm going to go with no BFGD in 2019. That'll be my first one.
I want to double up on that one, actually. That's one that I had down too.
Double up. And I got another one that is going to make.
Wait. I gotta write this
okay.
down, dude.
Yeah. You should just type them.
Both. I gotta do both. Otherwise,
For
I'm
me,
not
the
gonna do
reason
this
that I
later.
think BFGD isn't going to come out is one, because it's freaking massive. Two, because when you guys saw it, it wasn't fully baked, it sounded like. And three, because even the ultra wide G-Sync HDR panels haven't come out yet. So
People in the chat are asking BF what that means. It's a big effing game display that NVIDIA showed last year. It's
Big format game display.
Oh, yes.
The F can stand for what you want it
Yeah.
to stand for.
And it's large. It's think a TV but with gamer specs. High refresh rate,
Yeah.
HDR. Multiple zones of lighting. Really low response time.
Yeah, 144 hertz, 65 inch. And I people want to call it a TV. I call it it is what exactly
Monitor.
it is, a big
Gaming
ass monitor.
display. Well,
Is
they
it
call
giant
it gaming
monitor?
display, so yeah.
No, but I think a lot of people think it's going to be like a 10-foot, like you're going to use it like a console and sit, 6 to 10 feet away. I would rather use it. I would sit 3 feet in front of it.
In front of something
Just
that
like
large?
this?
That's
Yeah.
your eyesight.
You want to just like fill your vision, just like in your face.
I don't think it's good for your eyesight.
Yeah. Can I do another one?
Mm-hmm.
Apple will not release a new Mac Pro in 2019. I keep fighting my Macworld friends on that, and I'm sticking to it.
Really?
I will eat some
And
paper.
they said that they would, I think, right?
Oh, they've been
They
saying
say
that
a lot
for
of
year.
things.
Yeah, they're
You
saying
said
that.
will not release a new Mac Pro.
Mac Pro. Yeah. So iMac Pro does not count. This is a whole new thing aimed at professionals like myself who have left them because they don't care.
God, that's a tough one.
All right, I am just going to write the number and the initials.
They could do their ARM thing too.
Well,
They
but
could-
see that was my other part of it. Is like, you've got some people on the Mac side saying that, oh yeah, they're totally going to do it, but then that we already know that they're looking into ARM for Mac OS. Like they're not going to do both. Like if you release a Mac Pro that's ARM based,
that's the opposite.
you're
It is
done.
the opposite.
Yeah. Like come on. So they're not going to have like two different versions of Mac OS. So that's why I think I'm safe in that prediction.
Because that kind of makes me want to say Apple will show off MacBook with ARM next year.
I mean, I think that's guaranteed. That's too easy.
That's a strong word.
Yeah,
Guaranteed.
that's-
I will say that Apple will not show off a MacBook with ARM next year. I'll make that prediction.
All right, opposites. I'm going to say
Yeah.
I'm just going to be goaded into saying yes.
Wait. Was there a prediction? I need to write this down.
I think there. So Brad thinks next year we're going to see MacBook.
No, he won't.
Oh
see.
no, he thinks we will not. No negative. See a MacBook based on
ARM-based.
iOS, ARM, not on iOS. I think only just because I'm being goaded into this that there will actually be, because it doesn't to me make sense to do Mac OS on ARM. That means Apple's probably going to do it.
I'll double up on that one too. I'll eat paper.
You could just do it too. You could just put both our initials on there. I think.
Yeah.
We could just number them too.
I am.
Yeah.
I started switching to that.
We're going too fast. It's because we're riffing off each other.
Well, see, no, you know what this is? This is like, oh, I can come up with a better prediction than that. You can have 1 terabyte QLC SSD in December. You can write that down. What? That's crazy.
Oh boy.
I got another one.
I got more.
Oh, see, now it's
Okay.
like he's like at a bar. People start drinking.
Well, this
and
one
it's
isn't
like
Apple
they keep
related.
Coming, okay.
I don't think the next generation of Threadripper will go past, what is it, 32 right now, right? I don't think we're going to see more cores in the next Threadripper.
I will
Ooh,
go.
that's the one that I have.
What's that?
You can go ahead. I'll follow up.
I think it's the opposite, Adam. I think we are going to see 64 core
cores.
Jeez.
consumer Threadripper next year.
I'm writing that down, but you got to give me a second. I'm like going real slow here, everybody.
Now, I can tell you most people do not need an 18-wheeler, but that doesn't stop you from wanting one.
I don't want an 18-wheeler.
Yes,
I
you
really-
would. Or a monster truck with the great big tires. I mean, come on.
I do want a monster truck.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants a monster truck.
Grave digger.
Also, after Elena does this, we got somebody in the chat saying Elena is safely avoiding any predictions
Yeah,
by
but
saying
she's
it's the bookkeeper.
Don't out me.
She's going to be like, oh, well, let me tell you what we're going to see next year.
Yeah.
This
So
is my strategy.
While we're on the topic, I'm going to tie one in. That's not tied to Threadripper, but it is tied to Ryzen 3, 3rd gen, whatever. Ryzen 3 will not have that core count. Ryzen 3 will stick to the same core counts as Ryzen 2.
nice.
All right, give me a
I
second.
don't think that we'll see those rumored 16 core chips.
It does
Yeah.
seem a little tough to get 16 cores at above 4 gigahertz, which is what I think that those rumors were, which it does seem pretty wishful thinking.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I'll predict that it's not going to happen.
So you're saying basically small socket AMD will top out at 8 cores. So we'll
the
see
core counts
8.
will stay the same as Ryzen 2 is. second
Okay.
gen Ryzen.
I'm going to go opposite of Brad.
Oh, great.
And I'm going to say that those actual leaked numbers on core count are correct. I think the clocks are probably optimistic. So definitely core count will be, so we're going to see 16 core small socket AMD next year. But I don't
Well,
think.
this is another case where I hope you're right and I'm wrong.
Well, I
That's
know
what
it's one of those
happened
things,
last
right?
So I'm piggybacking off of this one. My prediction is similar to Brad's, that no increased core count, but Ryzen 2. I'm getting lost in all the numbers here.
Third gen Ryzen 2.
Third gen Ryzen, first generation of Ryzen that will actually hit 5 gigahertz.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's a good
That's a
one.
good one.
You better write that in a whole sheet of paper.
I'm
Actually, it's funny.
gonna have to eat that one. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, but I hope I'm right.
Actually, yeah, there's a lot of people in chat who actually said that right before.
5 gigahertz Ryzen.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll be
socket-
nice. I mean,
small
that's
socket,
where
high
they
clock.
need to go.
I'd
Yeah.
rather have that than
I'm not-
core count, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not
no.
making any predictions on it, really. I had it written it down here. I couldn't think of a concrete prediction, but I think Ryzen 3 is going to wind up being a beast. I think it has a very good potential of just being pretty badass.
Next year.
I think
Because-
so.
You mean high clock and reasonable core count?
Yeah, and reasonable price. Yep.
Oh,
I
and
think it really
yeah,
starts
Indies.
because I think first gen Ryzen was awesome. Like we hadn't seen them forever. Second gen Ryzen, they made it better in every way. This moving to the new process, they're getting a better handle on everything. I think it has a lot of potential.
No, it does. That's why it's entirely possible we see 5 gigahertz or we see high core count at decent clocks, because who knows
yeah,
what they're getting out of 7 nanometer.
I mean, more cores is cool, but I think I'd rather just have the clocks at this point.
No,
What I like is that with those predictions, I think one of you is going to be right and one of you is going to be wrong.
Well, so I agree with you, honestly. I mean, that is, if you are, for the most, unless you are doing, content creation, most people don't need 16 cores. It is still excessive for most people, and it is better to have higher clocks. But hell, try to sell somebody on that. They're going to go like, oh, I want more cores, right? Because my phone has 8 cores, right? There's ridiculous stuff like that. So.
But Peter wants you to clarify on this. Will it be boosted, or can you get it when you overclock?
Oh, boy.
Stock speeds.
5 gigahertz on liquid helium for 5 seconds.
I'm gonna say stock turbo.
Stock turbo.
Okay, yeah.
Stock boost. Sorry.
Yeah, I guess that is possible. I can see that happening.
I think it's definitely possible. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got close, kind of.
Yeah.
They got a lot closer. They pushed it up by 500 gigahertz this last generation. Now they're moving to a new process.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just time. We've got like 20 more minutes, so
We're not gonna have many predictions because of the time.
Yeah, we
constraints.
should just go do it.
All right, let's go. I'm
What
not
else
gonna
we
even
got?
write any more paper. I'll just start typing.
Yeah. What else we got?
I think that the new NVIDIA GPU generation will launch by the end of the year.
Ooh.
I think we'll be a year and done pretty much for RTX.
Wow.
I will predict by the end
Dang.
of 2019. Wait, you still typing in that one?
Not good. Keep going.
End of 2019, everybody will pivot and will say, "Gosh, ray tracing's the best thing ever." Oh,
Come on,
I don't
that's
know
hard
who
to-
all those people
I mean,
who
how do
are
you
hating
quantify
on
that?
hybrid ray
You can't
tracing.
quantify
Oh.
that.
If we're okay, he can say that
I'm
because
just gonna
that
say-
actually ties into one of my predictions. I think there will be fewer than 12 new ray trace titles launched. 12 RTX ray tracing games in 2019. 12 or fewer.
Yeah,
What a
that's,
month.
Dang, nice.
that's probably realistic. But I do think that it's pretty aggressive. I would honestly, if I were to be safer, I'd say end of 2020. But we're making people make big bets.
Yeah.
I will bet everybody will suddenly bandwagon onto ray tracing at the end of next year if there is the killer game that comes out for ray tracing that it makes
But
people go like, "Oh damn!"
Realistically,
what,
Gordon,
Then
though.
everybody's gonna bandwagon off of it and like.
But you
jump
wouldn't see it in
on.
2019 because game dev takes a while.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus is going to use it for global illumination. And if that game turns out to be as good as I hope it is, and if that implementation turns out as good as it theoretically could be, that could be the game.
Yeah, but just don't think there's going to be a lot of bandwagoning and time to make 2019.
No, I know. 20. That's why it's a hyper aggressive guess prediction. I would
wants
really
to eat
say
that paper.
2020, but I'm gonna throw it out there. What I'm really pointing out to people is if you hate ray tracing now and you're all no, that's fine, but you can't suddenly like come around
All right. We gotta
go
keep
to the
going.
other side and say you like it.
Wait, is this a separate prediction
No,
from your
no.
2019?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that GeForce Now on PC is going to actually release, not just be in whatever stage it's in right now. You will be able to buy GeForce Now or subscribe to it or whatever. It'll be a public release.
What price do you think it's going to be? You don't have to hold that as part of your prediction. I'm just asking.
Oh, I don't know. That's even harder.
Because it was crazy expensive the original way that they should.
Yeah, the tiers, like which kind of card do you want?
Yeah.
But I still use it every once in a while, and it's still solid for me. So I think
I've got it installed right
yeah,
here.
yeah. So I think it'll.
It makes it real easy to get Steam cards when you need to sell a bunch to get games or
There you
whatever
go.
at Steam sales.
There you go.
Say install so quick in GeForce Now.
All right.
I predict we will see that rumored 10-core Intel part. Basically 9th gen plus 2 more cores.
Ninth gen or
It's the 9th. It's it's
There's really
14
no difference.
14 plus 10 cores.
I'm pretty out of stuff.
already?
I'm gonna do a personal one and say that PC World's YouTube is gonna hit 300K.
Oh
2019.
boy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Do you
that's-
like eating paper?
No, we're definitely gonna do it.
This is like
That's my personal
start
goal.
getting the crazy clickbait headlines on December 1st, 2019.
Adam takes off his shirt.
No, that'll drive unsubs.
So I had a couple related to SSD
Do
and
it.
RAM pricing.
Do it.
I think RAM will drop at least another 15% in price over the course of 2019. So that's one. That's a conservative one.
Wait, but let's fix that. What is the current? What are you considering current price?
Whatever
like-
it is now.
so
So I'm gonna take the current price in December 2018, and then I'm gonna see if by 2019 it's dropped 15% or more.
Do we have to have like a fixed?
We could just find one that's available for both of them.
Pop
You could just
it.
look it up at PC Part Picker, Camel, or whatever.
I can take a screenshot later.
I can predict
Newegg.
Intel Sunny Cove will not work on current sockets.
Hold on.
Ooh.
That's just like I don't know. I'm making that one up. I have no idea, but it's like yeah, that's like Adam's prediction of 320. That's a gimme, right?
Ooh. I don't know, because they just swapped it out, didn't they?
What? Yeah.
The last ones you had to buy new. No, because the 9th gen released, and you could use the 9th gen CPUs and the 8th gen motherboards, right?
Yeah, Coffee Lake parts were new.
Yeah. No, I think you're right then.
terrible though if you required another motherboard again.
Well,
They do it every other generation.
yeah,
I
it's,
know.
there are major changes. It's going to be a new motherboard. Going to be a new motherboard. We don't. I mean, yeah, that's a gimme, right? That's happening. Damn. What's
I've got a good one. No Vive 2, or even Oculus Rift 2.
You don't think there will be another iteration of Vive? You're saying?
No, definitely not.
Now, just because it came up in this year's
2 Pro, it doesn't. No new Vive.
just no new. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
No Vive replacement.
Yeah, no Vive replace. That doesn't mean I think they will come out with like a tower free or PC free one. You know, kind of like the
They have
Oculus Go.
that Focus or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm saying desktop based, no new Vive hardware.
Okay.
Okay, here's one that is going to be.
I was thinking about counter predicting, but I'm not sure I can do it with the VR market. 'Cause I really don't.
I wouldn't stake your.
Because it makes a lot of sense for them to update with higher resolutions and wireless technology this year, but I could see them pushing it back to 2022.
But
I'm not.
Yeah.
I just
I'm not
feel
gonna do
like
it.
the enthusiasm around it has just started dropping precipitously off a cliff. So I don't really see that they would have any kind of
Yeah.
impetus to
it's
move quickly.
still good enough. You
I
know,
think they'll wait a year.
like the
Yeah,
Vive Pro, they could still drop the price on the Vive Pro. You know, it has more to go. You know.
Yep.
So
Okay, now here is another. It's a little ahead. Oh, you want to go? Elena's got one. Go.
I think this is going to be a very low ball one. I think we're going to see even more crazy random RGB accessories that actually have no function or purpose. Yeah. But you can put it
I
on
hope
your
you're right.
motherboard.
You're predicting the sun will come up tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So if we don't see any, it's pretty open ended too. Besides fake RAM, what else could you do? Fake RGB.
RGB power supplies and.
I just like the whole idea of the fake stuff. Personally. I like the whole fake thing. Like this,
Fake power
we had a joke where we just had like you would actually have you would take a picture of one of these these really nice machines like this Manger box. You would take a picture of it, then you do a high res printout of it, and then you just stick it on the side of your door. So it looks like it look a mess inside, but on the side it would look like just a really nice picture of a beautiful. And I guess if you light it up, if you backlit it, that would look really nice because then it would look like it's all lit up like RGB. So it'd be the side of a case that just makes it look like it's wonderful. Inside is just the worst parts in the world. Wires everywhere.
That's going to be one of your live
dead cat
builds this
and
year
hamster.
or in 2019, right?
That's genius.
Yeah, I would do it. That's it. I'm starting my business.
Nice.
Oh, here's a crazy one. It's a little ahead of the curve, but I think with pressure from Navi, Intel publicly stating, and they just did this. Hey, we got the variable refresh things. Finally supported our next gen GPUs. They're going to be basically supporting FreeSync or adaptive sync.
iGPU, you mean?
Ooh.
I think by the end of 2019, NVIDIA will finally cave and offer rudimentary support for adaptive sync / FreeSync, while still maintaining the high end for G-Sync, but acknowledging that some people that don't want to pay for the higher end monitors have this. And I would push it to the end of the year. It's really a 2020 thing, but I got to put something down now. NVIDIA will adapt VSync. See, that's bold.
I don't. That's bold. I don't think it's happening this year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Well,
I think it will happen once Intel's GPUs start coming out. I think after that starts happening, and they start. I don't think NVIDIA is going to preemptively do that.
but remember,
How do you think they would do it?
what do you mean?
Do you think they're just like I was thinking about this? I forget why earlier this week. Like if NVIDIA was going to support FreeSync, how would they do it while still maintaining the G-Sync premium?
Well, we'll
Maybe they only
support
put it on real cheap GPUs for FreeSync.
No,
So,
it's got to be supported across all of them, I think, because they're going to be competing with.
I feel like it being NVIDIA, they wouldn't even support it just on the very low end ones. They do it like on the mid tier.
That's possible. That would
So
make
they would
sense.
force you to buy a better card to even get that.
It could depend on where the pressure is. But I think it makes sense because
I don't like it, but I agree with you when you put it that way.
remember, Brad, I'm also predicting that Intel is going to show off its discrete part next year.
Gordon's basically
true.
saying, "Don't believe
Cascading.
me."
with
house of
Intel
cards.
showing off their discrete part with adaptive sync, with Navi, with FreeSync, NVIDIA will be sort of, forced because a new monitor, a VSync FreeSync monitor, is a big driver. I think they're going to be forced to support it, and they'll just say, "Look, we'll support it. It's not as good. Here's proof. Blah 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 blah. We're still better, but we understand because they can't bleed sales off because people are buying it just because the FreeSync panels are basically cheap as dirt."
All right, we got like 10 more minutes.
I'm tapped. I don't have any more. I was hoping to riff off y'all a little bit more, but I didn't. So
I've got a couple that I'm going to steal from chat. We've got one over on Facebook. Luke says, "I think more talent will leave AMD."
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'll own that one.
they just named president or co-president of Radeon earlier this year is retiring at the end of this year already.
Yeah, that's not a good look. And I went to that Intel event. I ran into somebody from AMD. It was like, "What? You're over here now?" Yeah.
Really?
Like,
Are we
really?
talking about AMD as a whole or just
a whole.
their? Okay.
As a whole, yeah, we'll see another high level drop. Also, another one. Warren says DDR5 will not release to consumers before in 2019. I'll go off that one.
Will not?
Will not.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It feels like a 2020 thing. And then People are never in any rush to pay a ton when they don't see the advantage to it. It's mostly capacity play, so yeah, I don't see it. Okay, here's a good one. By December of 2019, 2 terabyte QLC drives will be $150.
Ooh, I hope you're right.
I know. I'm like,
Dang.
oh, because I need. If I see a 2 terabyte drive for $150, I'm buying it.
I love that.
That's what I need.
One of my things I had written here is that SSDs keep getting bigger and cheaper. I felt like that was too nebulous.
Yeah,
I like the way you're doing this, Gordon.
I actually went more conservative, surprise, on this one, and mine was that a 500 gigabyte, let's say like Samsung Evo 860 or equivalent, would start selling regularly for $70.
Nice.
Not just like crazy sale.
Yeah,
I
put
can
it
dig
down.
it.
Put it down.
Putting it down,
So how big?
500 gigs.
500 gigs, $70.
$70.
That's pretty damn
Nice.
good too.
That would be
I'm
nice.
just I
That
had
would
to
be
pull
really
this back
good.
out. SSD QLC 1 TB 150.
Somebody's asking, do we want to make predictions on the next Intel CEO?
Huh.
I think it's gonna be Murthy. It's
That's what I
looking
think,
like
too.
to me. It's looking like Murthy. You know?
Are we actually making that a prediction?
Sure.
No.
No.
All right, so we're almost up to 30. We've got 29. Do you want to make
Nice.
it around 30?
I mean, we just think like, what? Who? Come on. Aim high, folks. Aim high.
Yeah, go for the
Well,
stars.
go
Aim
for the-
high. That's not me.
And I don't even know if Elena's even like. I think she's like, and she went in and deleted her guess, so we won't remember in a year. What are we gonna see? What else is happening next year?
Oh, I was
got-
going to say something about laptops and AMD. I forgot. What was I going to say? I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
6 core.
We just repeat last year's.
Oh, actually, while you're thinking of that, I will, even if Hayden doesn't agree to it, I will say no Star Citizen 2019. But I'm sure Hayden will agree to it too.
I'm sure
Okay,
he can
hold on.
just
Write that one
cross it
down
out.
first.
You
Yeah.
can just cross it out and put 20.
2020, 2022.
We should make. You know what? This is too easy. Hayden needs to predict when it will come out.
Yeah, I'll
I mean,
ping
I
him.
can
I'll ping
tell
him.
you all day Half-Life 3 ain't coming out next year.
Well,
you can
it ain't
write that
coming out
down.
ever.
But that's just like,
Yeah.
I want to know. People want to know when it's going to come out, not when it's not going to come out.
Also, somebody was saying Lisa Su would take over Intel.
Oh, interesting. You mean like go leave
Prediction.
AMD?
Yeah.
Wow, that would
Go
just
be the
be
head
the
of
ultimate
Intel.
defection, wouldn't it? Just like, wait, all right, here's a, next year's going to be a big, well, I think you were kind of alluding to this, but next year will be a really big year for AMD. We're finally going to see
Adam, I got to step away for a second.
All right. Cool.
luxury or nicer, like XPS 13 class laptops based on AMD CPUs. For the most part, they've been, mid-range to low
Okay.
end. I think we are going to see AMD CPUs in
So
higher end.
like Spectre XPS 13 level.
Yeah, something nicer anyway than where they have they played. So like 1,000 to 900 and up. We'll see that.
So we're talking about Ryzen, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
it'd be Ryzen.
writing it down. I actually renewed my last year's one, 6-core Ryzen laptop for $500 because that's what I want to see.
I like it. Brad can comment on this when he comes back too. Does anyone want to say anything about displays, pricing?
Oh,
The especially with the G-Sync HDR 4K stuff.
I think we're going to see, and this includes sales now, I think we're going to finally start seeing 4K monitors, IPS 4K monitors for $200.
wow.
Put it down. I like it.
He tricked her into that one.
I mean,
see,
this one,
she likes the pricing ones.
This one
yeah.
I might have to
Yeah.
but I hope
Yeah.
it comes true. I hope it comes true.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good one. So Brad, we had a question about do you want to make any display related predictions?
I do actually. I think you'll be able to get a 4K 144 hertz G-Sync monitor, not necessarily G-Sync HDR, for $1,000 at some point at the end of next year.
Nice. That'd be nice.
Wow. These are really good monitor prices.
That's what we're hoping
I mean, it's
for.
I'm set $1,000 for a monitor. It's not great, but it's half of what's available today.
Yeah, right.
Right. Well, the reason he said that is because while you were gone, my prediction was that we'll start seeing 4K IPS monitors for $200 on sale.
Ooh, I hope that's true too.
Right?
I like the way you guys are predicting
I
stuff.
hope it comes true.
Elvis says The Verge will introduce a new process for building computers and revolutionize the way we build computers.
Ouch.
All right. Do we have any last burning ones, or should we wrap it up?
I feel like we could definitely do more. It's just we're time constrained.
Yeah. We even started early too.
We did.
So if we can take a couple minutes, and maybe brainstorm a way that that somebody could win this book, this Full Nerd book signed by us. Plenty of people have been excited about it. So, is there a fun little thing? Probably Twitter involved, right? Just because it's easy.
You mean like? I thought we were just gonna like guess a number kind of thing.
Oh yeah. That's what it was. Okay, so how about this? Gordon guesses a number between 1 and 100, and the first person in chat. I mean, audio listeners don't really get it there, but
right.
Are we doing it
this is
live right
only
now?
for live people.
I guess we're gonna do live. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we'll don't worry. Guess what? We have actually 5 of these, so within the coming months, we'll make sure we have a giveaway for the audio listeners too.
So I think of a number, and then people, we got to say what the rules are, Adam, because a lot of people will go by that Price is Right. So if I guess,
it has to be right on the number.
It has to be.
People are already guessing numbers, so think of a number. People are already guessing numbers.
But what if
it doesn't matter? Write it down. Just
Between
do
1 and 100, write down a number.
Between 1 and 100.
Just write it on the back of one of those.
And yeah, people are already guessing numbers, so we'll have to go back and look to see timestamps on who was
He's
right.
doing it down.
Yeah,
on
down
where
low.
it's not viewable.
Down low. Sorry, audio listeners. We will definitely get more. So
Yes.
all right, everyone get their numbers in.
He has to double check to make sure it's readable.
I just want to make sure the rules are.
He needs an observer or witness, and I have served that role.
Here, can I? I'm going to grab it. So.
But what if it's like? What if it's bracketed? Is it the
Everyone
Price is
just gets a nice
There
lovely
are
view
people
of
who-
Adam's backside right
Some
now.
people use that Price is Right rule, and I don't personally believe in it, but I understand.
Oh, like you
why
can't go
it's just-
above it?
Yeah.
All right, so I have the number. I'm going to go back in chat and look to see the first.
Elena would be
person.
terrible, by the way, on the Price
Ooh,
is
somebody
Right.
almost hit it right at the very beginning.
They were just no.
was
Think of it
close.
think of how terrible Elena would be on the Price is Right. Well, what do you think this SSD goes for? 1 terabyte? No, $12 would not be the correct price.
We have a winner. Brandon Mullen on
Damn.
YouTube has
That was quick.
guessed the right price of $33. So Brandon Mullen, if you can message me on Twitter, DM me. My DMs are open. It's Adam P. Murray on Twitter.
That's amazing.
We will sign this book and send it out to you. So Merry Christmas. Like I said, audio listeners, we will have more to give away, and we'll include you as well.
If you're not on Twitter, my work email is on my Twitter account, so you can email me. I'll make sure Adam knows about it.
There you go. Yeah. You can get to us. Congratulations, Brandon.
And I'm sure, I bet it's the same reason that was a Battlestar Galactica reference. People won't want to know this.
Maybe he chose it because of that. You don't know.
I know. That's what I'm thinking, because why else would anybody choose that number except for Battlestar Galactica?
I mean, it's also a very easy number.
What number was it?
33. 33. So, oh yeah, and people are saying episode 2 of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. So cool. Congrats to them. And you know what? I said this last episode. Congrats again to everybody out there for making the Full Nerd fun. It's been a good year. We got to 80 episodes.
But look at this.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that is a lot that we got right. These are, I think. Look at that. Is that really all the ones we get? That's crazy. Look at that. Look, I still have so much food. I thought we were going to be like eating for days, but that's.
This is definitely less than last year. Partially because with our paper smaller too.
Well, I think we were just right on with some of our predictions. Brad was like, Steph Curry of shooting there, so he was really
Brad
getting
has a
everything
Tang
right.
I got 2
traveling
wrong.
machine.
Yeah, you got 2 wrong.
He did it on purpose, so we wouldn't think that he has a time traveling machine.
It would make a lot of sense.
And John says we should. Our boss John Phillips says we should give away the uneaten paper. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll include a couple slips in the book for
We've
you,
been
Brandon.
pawing it too. You don't want that.
Yeah. All right. Let's take it out.
All right. Hey, everybody, check back. When are we going to be?
January.
Check
The
back
first week of January.
next year for your fix of PC Talk and the Full Nerd. For audio listeners, subscribe to us, iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. Send questions and comments to thefullnerd@pcworld.com. Also, of course, leave reviews at iTunes. Very important, because every time you do, we get a prediction right. That's why we got so many predictions right this year.
We sure did.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. I'm Gordon Ung with Brad Charkis,
Thanks for the awesome year, y'all.
Elaine Yee,
Happy New Year, everyone.
and everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Goodbye. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It's not that bad.